when you watching it, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep, she knows all of it. So, yeah.
First day out is, yeah,
It's
it's the
gonna be
same one.
okay.
You might have to go back out this stuff. It
It's
might be,
gonna be
it'll tell
okay.
you
We
if I'm
need
live.
like a Zoom beer once this is all settled. God help us all. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Oh yeah, this past weekend I was just so over it.
It's
Oh
showing
my
my
God,
like the
anxiety.
main screen,
Uh,
the 2K with 2K TV on. Go to live, like live, make it live.
right. Give me my bottle of Jameson and my shot glass at the couch under my heated blanket and don't talk to me for a long time.
They were lied to by Republican senators and Republican congressmen and women. But they were incited to violence
Right.
by one man above all.
It should
Yep.
be one that said like
Trump, who tried to be the ultimate ruler
1 minute
of
ago.
democracy. The world is watching. Our allies are watching, and our adversaries are watching.
Exactly.
We must show
Yep.
them that no one will rule this country and be above the law. The cameras of history
All
are
right.
rolling.
Good luck.
We must act. We must impede.
Yeah, you got to go back to
Now
my
take
like my
strong pledge
channel.
over the world that we will stand for right.
All right. Yeah. Let me
Hmm.
know how the whole transition and all that stuff, her settling in goes. Keep me posted. Okay.
Yep. All right.
All right. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, this is the no, this is the home screen.
Last Wednesday, on my
Every,
third day, I realized
like
that
when you
I
first
can
load
make
2K
hard,
up,
seemingly unpopular decisions.
and then you go to
Voting
my
to
career.
strip electoral college votes from states is a dangerous precedent. Set by Democrats many years ago, perpetuated by my party as well. I heard nothing in those debates that justified such a high bar. A rushed impeachment will set a similar
Hmm.
precedent. Without a single hearing or investigation, I simply cannot reach the high bar of impeachment.
And listen, and
I commit to
I'm gonna
constantly
start
being
telling you like Nick,
objective in
like
all
it's
of
a
my
little
decision
delayed though,
making.
but
And,
I'm pressing
and
X
as I
like 2 seconds
abandon the
later. I'll make
remainder
that
of my
glitch.
remarks, as I listen to this debate, it's no wonder our nation is divided. We are on an absolute race to the bottom. And I was hoping that last week we could have hit rock bottom.
Nothing, right?
I commit to doing better, and I hope that we all can dig in and find a way.
Right.
Thank you.
Loading, switching players, and mm-hmm. Let's see. See now I'm zipping through this bitch.
30 seconds to the gentlelady from Ohio, Ms. Beatty.
Thank you.
Yeah, I only got, I got 4 badges. Mm-hmm.
These insurrectionists believe Donald Trump's lies about the stolen
Training
election
facility.
will
I'm looking
save
for the
his
pro
call to
at.
attack. They literally carried his banner while storming the Capitol. Last week's insurrection was shocking and tragic. It was a culmination of 4 years of assault on our democracy. We must impeach this president, and the Congressional Black Caucus stands ready to join in a bipartisan
Okay, Joyce
to
Beatty.
the likes of Donald Trump.
Uh, get off the skateboard. We're here.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the gentlelady from Wisconsin, Ms. Moore.
Madam Speaker, the president radicalized American citizens, and as his vice president fled from a lynch mob, the speaker cowered while people died. He watched with glee. That is why, even though it's only 7 days before the end of his term, we have the fierce urgency of now. 7 days is too long for him to be in power.
I don't know if I want to hoop with this nigga.
State secrets. He could monetize national.
First thing I see is F.
And he can even the person. The gentleman
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would yield 1 minute to the I would yield 1 minute to the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Arrington.
The gentleman from Texas is recognized for 1 minute.
Madam Speaker, I rise with great sorrow.
Yeah, I still got my 2K. Well, I ain't switching. Push the Pro-Am shoes. I just buy City shoes.
This attack on the U.S. Capitol was completely unacceptable, and the people involved should be met with swift accountability. The president didn't incite a riot. The president didn't lead an insurrection, and there are no high crimes and misdemeanors requisite of an impeachment. I'm not saying the president didn't exercise poor judgment, but to criminalize
Poor
political
judgment?
speech by blaming lawless acts on the president's rhetoric is wrong, Madam Speaker, and a very dangerous precedent. The criminals who stormed the Capitol that day acted on their own volition. They are responsible for their actions. This is an important moment, Madam Speaker, for our nation. We have the opportunity to come together and do what's right for our country. The votes are certified. President Trump has conceded. Let's focus on the future and get back to the people's business. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Ohio reserves. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the distinguished gentlelady from Illinois, Ms. Newman.
The gentlewoman from Illinois is recognized for 30 seconds.
Thank you, Madam
Damn.
Speaker. It's an honor to
Yeah, I
speak
thought
today.
with a big man,
So
nigga would
today
have got
I stand
teammates
with
quick.
this body to impeach this president. I agree with my Democratic colleagues. I also agree with my
One,
Republican
okay.
colleagues. Let's unite. Let's unite to address this pandemic and start by simply wearing a mask.
92F.
Let's unite to bring back the economy
Ugly
and start
face,
by putting
nigga.
$2,000 checks in people's pockets. And let's unite to hold these domestic terrorists accountable and impeach this president. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I yield back.
The gentlewoman yields back. The gentleman from New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized. The gentleman from Ohio reserves. The gentleman from New York is
Madam
recognized.
Speaker, could you, how much time do I have, please?
The gentleman from New York has 18 and 1/4 minute, and the gentleman from Ohio, 17 minutes remaining.
Thank you very much. I now yield 30 seconds to the distinguished gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Norcross.
The gentleman from New Jersey is recognized for 30 seconds.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today.
Niggas that got it probably already got fired. They hoop with.
Last week on this very House floor, an
I
attack
don't know.
on democracy. That's simple. But it was an attack from within. This very floor. Let's be clear. Cause and effect. Rally at the White House, march down Pennsylvania Avenue, a parade in and an attack to this chamber.
Tell me why I just got recognized as one of WFMJ's top fans because I just fucking cuss out the people in the comment section. I cannot.
No one is above the law. Not the president if he has 4 years or 4 days. We must keep the
Yeah,
justice for all Americans.
Oh, what a
Be
recognition.
held accountable. I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. The gentleman from New York reserves.
Like they recognize you just because you go at people.
The gentlelady
Literally.
from Indiana, Ms. Sparks.
The gentlewoman
What do you
from
get
New
for
York is
being
recognized.
recognized? A plaque?
No. A Facebook thing pops up and you screenshot it and send it to all your friends.
Mm.
Accusations must go
Wow.
through the proper
There we go.
process.
4 out of
Whether
5.
it's election fraud or an impeachable offense. And all who did not support the objection to certification last
Mhm.
I will not support this political
All these niggas
Stand out
averaging
from the
this.
crowd with the top fan badge.
You standing out, alright. 9 points, 3 points, 12 points,
That is hilarious.
51%, 27%. Dude shooting 27%.
The gentlewoman yields back.
50%
The gentleman from Ohio
from the
reserves.
field.
And the gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds
That
to
he
the
can't
distinguished
shoot.
gentleman from California,
The
Mr.
gentleman from California is recognized.
And they said this is one of the easier 2Ks to shoot on. Niggas had this. Mm-hmm. Watch I be leading score. The nigga coming.
And that includes our work today to hold President Trump accountable. American carnage started with the president. A vote for impeachment will stop it for our posterity. yield
The
back.
gentleman yields back. The gentleman from New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
We reserve.
The gentleman from Ohio reserves. The gentleman from New York.
Okay, got one.
The gentleman from Wisconsin is recognized for 30 seconds.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. The U.S. Capitol has now been breached for over
Yeah.
200 years since the War of 1812.
No, they didn't.
Until last week,
No, they
when it
didn't.
wasn't another
Okay.
country that attacked us, but our own president. President Donald Trump asked his supporters to march on the Capitol
We'll
and
throw
fight
you
domestic
one. Huh.
terrorism that cost 5 lives, including a Capitol police officer. And we all know, whether you say it aloud or not,
How are
Donald
you?
Trump is responsible for inciting the attacks in our
I see your
democracy
little.
that
Is those your test scores?
one person protecting
Oh,
its
you
election.
out here, sis.
And for that, he is unfit to be president. And we
Will you
vote
come say
against
hi to your
him.
child? Because every time we have a session, you're not here.
New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I yield back a second to the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Roy.
The gentleman from Texas is.
You got that from where?
I think the gentleman from Ohio. The President
Jersey?
of the United States deserves
Okay.
universal condemnation for what was
How was it out
clearly,
there?
in my opinion, impeachable conduct.
She been all over the place. She was in
To violate his
Jersey. Where else were you? Where were you with your dad?
His open and
North Carolina.
Yeah, she
okay,
been in
okay.
like 12 different states.
Traveling the world.
among the president's supporters,
Yeah.
including those assembled on
You
January 6th,
worldwide now.
that there was a legal path to the
She said, yeah.
rioting by loyal supporters went into a frenzy. Unfortunately,
Chilling, working from home. He got his PS5 yesterday, so he's over here chilling. It took forever to get this. Forever. We
Damn,
finally
that was
got
on me.
one last Thursday, I think it was.
They called.
Yeah, it was hard work. Discipline. You were in Jersey for a
I
while,
don't
weren't you?
even
You were
know.
there the last time we had
It's
this.
probably listed like 2K low, for real. Mm-mm. Let's go.
with deliberation and without disastrous side effects. We must end tearing apart our nation by forcefully
How long were you in Pennsylvania?
Out too. You thought you was getting that? You thought you was getting that?
Gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Ohio reserves. The
I
gentleman
hear ya.
from New York
So what's
is
been going on?
recognized.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the distinguished
Nothing.
young lady from New York.
I can't scream. She in the session right now.
Yeah? Your grades
I just threw the fuck out that dunk though.
It's not about
That's
one
good.
man, one party, or even one day. It's about protecting.
Yeah, so those were, so you said those were
On
test
defense?
scores that you just sent me?
Oh man.
Oh, quizzes, yeah, okay.
They are?
And willfully incited an armed
You might have missed it.
the intent of stopping the peaceful
So
transfer.
you're still
Dude tried
online,
to dunk.
right?
I came from the other side. Threw that
Are
shit
you
out of
staying
bounds,
online?
nigga.
Even attack democracy itself. That's why he's
Damn.
not
The gentleman's time is
And I yield.
Mm.
The gentleman from New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Madam Speaker, we reserve.
The gentleman from Ohio wishes to reserve. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Okay.
Yeah, we went, Stambaugh went back,
The gentleman from North Carolina is recognized for 30 seconds.
we went back Monday. We're back, the hybrid kids are back all 5 days. We're there every day.
and profoundly threatening to our democracy.
Stambaugh, we went back, the kids that were like 2 days in school and 3 days out, all those kids just went back, we're there all 5 days. Monday through Friday now.
Oh, you gotta hit him.
So that's been, it hasn't been too bad actually. No, mm-mm. No, but we didn't have, we were remote, everybody was remote from Thanksgiving break until this Monday, so we weren't really in the building for a long time, so we couldn't really see if anybody
The
was
gentleman from Texas, Mr. Fallon.
getting cases.
The gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Last summer, the Antifa and QAnon riots swept
Yeah.
cities were burned.
I'm glad that your grades are going up, that's good to hear, so online school is kind of
Just
stuff.
for an afternoon like those horrible hours we had on January 6th. So rare that they went on for weeks
Yeah.
and in some cases even months.
Yup.
So if there's any silver lining in this dark cloud, it's that our friends from across the aisle have come to realize that
Are you done with your school stuff for today? Oh, there you go. Okay. Is it nice out? Oh, it looks kind of nice. It's probably freezing. Right. It looks real cute until you go out there, and then it is not cute anymore.
I see why these
You
niggas
want to
got
play
it.
basketball?
Play basketball and football and school and house. Which is okay, we do a tournament. They was talking trash. We're doing a tournament. So it's 1-1 right now. And now we're looking.
I see you. You created your own little tournament. You trying to show out. You let them know.
17-2. I'm the only one that scored, man.
Don't play with these little kids.
I mean, he got better, so I might lose.
You think so?
Man, y'all niggas ass, boy.
Mr. Elder is playing 2K right now. He what? What you mean? What's that mean? Are you playing?
I'm in the rec.
He's in the rec. I'm like, I have no idea what the heck she just said.
Cannot go unanswered. The president has had multiple opportunities to modify his behavior to bring this country together. Instead, he uses his power to further divide us. He is unrepentant. Congress must act for the good of this country.
How's Mom doing?
Madam Speaker, I yield back.
The gentlewoman yields back. The gentleman from New York reserves.
Oh my.
You getting in trouble or you? What were you on punishment for? Yeah, what did you do? I forgot to ask you that.
The gentleman from Virginia is recognized for 1 minute.
No, you want to give me the ball right here? I can't stand niggas, man.
Like for like a day. Ooh, ooh.
Oh my lord. This nigga, that was 2K low. Jesus Christ. There you go.
So he's in Virginia
Thank
now?
you. How hard was that?
Oh, you said that, okay.
The gentleman from Ohio wishes to reserve. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
So.
I was on 2K low. I don't know. That's that default shit.
At least you're aware that your mom's
Tip pass steal. Look at that boy out there.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that back.
So did she take your phone or she just shut it off?
That's where the foul at.
Ooh. Oh, dang.
Like your triggers be rattling and everything. That's the same thing on duty. Mm-hmm. That B minus now. Pass the damn.
You can only play if you have PS Plus, or you can only play like.
Like I can play, but I can't.
Okay, one dude quit already. Other dude got a D.
Yeah.
My nigga. Okay. Kick that. Shoot that. Let's go. Let me run point.
You cleaning up your room?
country.
Not quite.
Not quite.
The gentleman from New York refused. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized and he
I wish you were still at the stand. Well, what up, Hans?
Speaker, now your 30 seconds to state the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Scott.
The gentleman
I think that would be
is
great.
recognized for 30 seconds.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
That would be.
That's cool.
Madam Speaker, let me make everybody
Yeah.
aware
Yeah.
that all those just unleashed of history
Yeah, it's kind of like that on mine too. That hasn't changed much.
are written.
She's got to get a little bit of bass in her voice. You know what I'm saying?
Too late.
Yeah.
They moved too late
For like,
to save
Mm.
this great nation.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to pass that.
Let's not this
Yeah.
day move too
my
late
music class.
to save our great nation.
Nobody did not. I didn't even know how to play the instrument. I didn't know how to
Versus
me
Teresa,
go in there
the
and
gentleman from Ohio is
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would give 1 minute to
Let me run
That's
the
what was
one,
happening in
man.
your
Y'all
music class?
bullshit.
The gentleman from South Carolina is recognized for 1 minute.
Speaker, I'm today going to voice my strong opposition
Give me that.
to the impeachment of the
Your sorry ass.
President I also want to voice my support
Ooh,
for
okay.
South Police
You ain't dunking that.
Yeah, I think it's even harder to
You ain't dunking that. That's
have
like my
control
fourth
of your
block on him.
classroom when
On
you're
the dunk.
virtual because you're
First
not, you know
game.
what I mean? You're not like even in person to like you can't give them detention or lunch detention or anything really. It's just
Members are kindly.
right. Yeah.
To remind yourself to address your remarks to the chair. The gentleman from Ohio wishes to reserve.
We do, Madam Speaker.
The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I yield 30 seconds to the single gentleman from California, Mr. Sheriff.
The gentleman from California is recognized for 30 seconds.
I keep forgetting that it's 2021 and I keep writing 2020 on everything.
Begins by building an unnecessary wall
So
on
frustrating.
Mm.
Yeah, I just looked in your chart and I talked to you after Thanksgiving that one day and then I haven't talked to you. That feels like so long ago.
Ah, I missed that one.
Other than punishment, has anything happened since November 30th?
And on Monday night, I joined
Oh, I thought that said eBay. It said EJ.
these articles.
I was about to be in your ass, boy. I said,
116th and 117th because Donald Trump has continuously posed a danger to this
The
republic.
gentleman from New York wishes to reserve. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I would give 1 minute to the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Mass.
Oh, it's not even due
The
yet.
gentleman
Never
from Florida is
mind.
recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I thought we had a little
Very simple
chart
question.
element we had to complete
On
for some
January
paperwork,
6th,
but we don't. It's not due
thousands
until February,
broke the law
so
by taking siege of
we
our-
got some
of our
time for
Capitol
that.
here with us inside.
So scared.
Has any
For what?
one
Because I
of
got
those individuals who brought violence on this Capitol been brought
Is
to
it like wisdom teeth or
answer
what?
whether they did
how
that?
hard was that? Oh
I
my
never got mine
god.
taken out yet, because I'm scared of that too, actually. I'm a big baby.
when I got it taken out.
Man, I'm at the call GameStop.
That's what happened to me. That's why my bottom teeth are like that. So yeah, don't do that. Because that's yeah, not good. Not good.
It appears I will receive no answer. I will.
Did you just find out that you have to get that out? There too?
Gentleman, the gentleman from Ohio is
Okay.
sure.
So you got a little bit of time to prepare. That's good.
I now yield 30 seconds to the distinguished gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Stanton.
You got LED lights in there?
The gentleman from
My kiddos have
Ohio is
them too.
recognized.
Madam Speaker, I would give 1 minute to the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Mass.
The gentleman from Florida is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise with a very simple question.
Well, you guys
On
are just
January
changing
6th,
colors and all that.
thousands broke the law by taking siege of our Capitol inside. Has any one of those individuals
not working. I thought he just
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Start it.
We could do like the whole by itself.
Right. You say you lost the remote?
This is a phone number. You have to control with your phone, but it doesn't work.
Oh. Yeah, the boys have like a little remote. They can like create their own like whatever.
That's the one I wanted.
It's a bummer the app doesn't work.
I mean, it does. It's just for some reason it says you gotta connect to the Wi-Fi to start working.
Oh, that's nice. Did you just restart this? Oh, you pushed it. You say you're going outside with friends or cousins or who?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Are they cousins?
It appears I will receive no answer.
Who is it?
I will give my time
Well,
back to the gentleman from
Kali.
Oh, I don't know.
I think Mr. Sutton.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he still at San Bar or no? Oh, okay. Does he live near you? Oh. He's got fam around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that when you were in North Carolina with Dad, because you didn't have like cousins around to really hang out with. Right. So you were just chilling.
Each one of us in this house took an oath to protect and defend our Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, even if that enemy is the president. We must move forward as a nation from these darkest days. But we
Gosh, why are your children always yelling at Mr.
Oh my God. Thank you,
We
finally.
don't have much to chat about. I won't keep you if you want to go outside.
10 to
Say
7.
hey and check
10
in
to
now
7.
that you're kind of partially without punishment, I guess. Not fully. Partially.
A couple blocks, you know what I'm saying? A couple
Alright,
assists.
well, I work from home every Wednesday
Mhm.
because Trey is here, because his school's closed on Wednesday.
I'm
So
about to call
we could
GameStop for you.
we could schedule sessions on Wednesdays if that works, or after school hours, whenever you
Because these
want
niggas
to.
have
If
no
there's,
IQ.
yeah, we can do that. Yeah, yeah. If you want to schedule Wednesday.
Go back to my career.
Probably like this time, 2:30 or 3. We could do that. And then
They said who?
if we want to schedule for Wednesday next week and you need help with some school stuff, we could do that for part of our session too. Okay? Alright, have fun. Dress warm. Don't freeze. Be good. Don't get put on punishment again.
Peace.
Alright.
Shoot the ball.
The gentleman from California is recognized for 30 seconds.
Madam Speaker, I rise today in support of the impeachment of President Donald Trump. The gravity of the moment demands it, and the fate of our republic depends on it. He committed an impeachable offense by inciting a violent and deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. For this, Congress must hold him accountable
Getting that nigga right.
for democracy, our Constitution, and the rule of law. He should serve not 1 minute more and be barred forever from public office. He is toxic to our republic and toxic to our democracy. I yield back.
Oh, he mad.
Gentleman yields back. The
Never
gentleman
mind.
from
Now
New York
Democrats
wishes to
are
reserve.
yelling too.
The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
No, you have no vision, buddy.
On the separation of powers and on the peaceful transfer of power that we have long taken for granted. The impeachment of Donald Trump is not politics but law, not passion but reason, not vengeance but
What?
Oh, you're kidding me.
we as representatives
And one.
challenge of defending democracy in the face of its gravest threat, and we will. I yield back.
If
Gentleman yields
it's
back. The
charged
gentleman
enough.
from New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We reserve.
Gentleman from Ohio reserves. The gentleman from New York is
Madam
recognized.
Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the distinguished young lady from Massachusetts, Ms. Tran.
The gentleman from Massachusetts is recognized for 30 seconds.
Y'all niggas ain't getting the ball no more.
Today,
Yes.
Go ahead.
this believes that after the president incited a violent mob to commit an act of insurrection and remained silent as police officers were
You
assaulted,
missed me, though.
the Capitol was ransacked,
and members of this body fled for their lives. But there are still members of his party who refuse
And I'm
to
be able to
hold
catch the
him
lob
accountable.
off of that too,
It's because
dog.
of
This is
that election
dangerous.
that there is only one path forward to put an
Oh
end
my
to this
God.
presidency. Donald Trump must be impeached, removed from office, and barred from ever holding the office of the presidency again. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield back.
The gentlewoman yields back. The gentleman from New York reserves his time. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We reserve.
The gentleman from Ohio reserves his time. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to distinguished gentlelady from New York, Ms. Velasquez.
The gentlewoman from New York is recognized for 30 seconds.
Madam Speaker, I rise in support of this resolution because in America, we hold power to account. In America, we do not succumb to violent insurrection incited by a head of state. In America, we do not turn a blind eye to
Ooh, okay. You got me.
That is not who we are.
What's up?
Yeah.
Today,
Trey,
defender of this
please stop.
Constitution, I will vote in favor of impeaching Donald J. Trump. I yield back.
We getting our ass whipped, boy, because these niggas is hoop-hut.
Could I get inquire the time remaining for each side?
The gentleman has 10 minutes remaining. The gentleman for New York has 9 3/4 minutes remaining. The gentleman from
Oh, you see? Oh, what move was that? Oh, he called.
the gentleman from California is
There's
recognized.
pizza on the counter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second annual impeachment show extravaganza. Brought to you
Nah,
by
they
the
don't.
censors of left-wing media, the fact
Maybe they
checkers,
do.
and the shutdown
Thought I saw one that didn't have it.
Party. Today, the second annual
What?
impeachment of President Trump isn't really about what actual words.
Get that other tooth out. You're crazy.
No. This is all about, Madam Speaker, the unbridled hatred of this president. You use any extreme language and any process to oppose the core of what he has really fought for. You hate him because he is pro-life, strong as ever. You hate him for fighting for the freedom of our religion to not be persecuted by unfair mandates and limitations on speech. You hate him for not subscribing and shackling us with the religion of climate change and one-sided Paris Accords. You hate him for Israel. You hate him for defending our borders. You hate him for letting families and small businesses keep what they earn, for trying to keep the agents of government off their back. You hate him for putting America first, which is what I thought we do when we swear the oath. No, this shabby show isn't about a threat to the republic. This is the impeachment and muting of at least half of the American people. This is shameful and abuse of a process.
Gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from New
Give
York,
the gentleman additional 20 seconds.
the gentleman from Ohio yields you
Madam
another
Speaker.
20 seconds. 30.
I pray people of all stripes wake up to this spectacle and exercise their rights to put a stop to it through free speech and through fair elections.
Damn, this nigga just pushed the hell
The
out of him.
gentleman yields back his time. The gentleman from Ohio, which is reserved. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the gentlelady from Florida.
The gentleman from Florida is recognized for 30 seconds.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to support the impeachment of President Donald J. Trump for seditious acts against America. To overturn the 2020 presidential election, Trump incited a violent assault on Congress, a treasonous betrayal of our nation. This criminal incitement left us with 5 dead, including a police officer, a desecrated Capitol, and a second constitutional crisis. His acts show contempt for the rule of law, the Constitution, and the foundation of any democracy, a peaceful transition of power. President Trump is a clear and present danger to American life and democracy, and he leaves us no choice but to immediately remove him from office. Thank you. I yield back.
The gentlewoman yields back. The gentleman from New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio
Thank you,
is
Madam Speaker.
recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. I would yield 90 seconds to the gentlelady from Tennessee, Ms. Hirschberger.
The gentlewoman from Tennessee is yielded 90 seconds.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I urge my colleagues to vote against impeachment of our sitting president, Donald J. Trump. You can tell the American people that this is a vote to impeach upon the grounds of inciting violence and insurrection, but the American people see a double standard. They see a standard applied to those on the left who commit violence, and they see a standard to those applied to the right who commit violence.
That pizza was delicious, but it didn't come out yet.
And they understand that.
One
I've been
tiny
here all
piece
of 1
left.
week. And what I see instead of lawmakers who are truth seekers,
That pizza was terrible.
power seekers.
Yeah,
And that's never
That's
good.
why it was in there for so long.
Dad, did you hear me?
What?
You have practice or sleep.
You know the elected officials who
Practice.
decide at this moment in history. Will you vote to mend or will you vote to further divide this country? I'm urging you to use this opportunity to be the leaders the American people are seeking for such a time as this. God help us as a nation, and I pray that God will keep his hand from the greatest nation that the world has ever seen. I yield back.
The gentlewoman yields back. The
My
gentleman
dude got
from
4 and
Ohio
18.
wishes to reserve
Damn.
his time. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, how much time do we have, please?
The gentleman from New York has 9 and 1/4 minutes. And Ohio has 8 minutes. The gentleman from Ohio, 8 minutes.
Thank you.
Gentleman from New York.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the distinguished gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Butterfield.
The gentleman from North Carolina is recognized for 30 seconds.
Madam Speaker,
Mm.
President Trump's incitement to violently overturn the results of a free and fair election is an attack on our rule of law.
Oh, yeah.
Any member of Congress who obstructs the Electoral College or attacks judges and the court system where there is no evidence to support their contentions undermines the public's trust and confidence in the judicial process.
Chilling there, yeah. Yeah. One hitter. Little one hitter.
Criminal matters all across this country. Think about that as you make this decision. Vote
The
yes.
gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from New York wishes to reserve. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Speaker, we reserve.
The gentleman from Ohio reserves. The gentleman from New York
Madam
is
Speaker, I yield
recognized.
30 seconds to the distinguished gentlelady from California, Ms. Royal Allard.
The gentlewoman from California is recognized for 30 seconds.
Madam Speaker, I take no joy in voting to impeach President Trump. But this president has blood on his hands in the wake of this attempted coup. The fact remains no president of the United States is above the law. And this president has sadly violated his oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. As members of Congress who have taken that same pledge, it is our duty to take this action and impeach this unfit and dangerous president. I yield back.
Gentlewoman's time has expired. The gentleman from New York wishes to reserve. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Madam Speaker, we reserve.
The gentleman from Ohio wishes to reserve. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the gentleman from California, Mr. Kama.
The gentleman from California is recognized for 30 seconds.
I'm voting to impeach because, as Lincoln said, no grievance is a fit object of redress by mob law. But we must recognize that our hard work begins to address the real grievances and despair in left behind communities. To be worthy of this capital that we hold sacred, to fix our broken windows and broken communities, let's
Who's this? Is that mom?
I don't know.
Oh, looks like your mom's here.
The
She's at the door.
Alright. Well,
Did you know she was coming over?
no. Hold up.
The gentleman from Ohio wishes to reserve. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
In the kitchen.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the distinguished gentlelady from Alabama, Ms. Sewell.
The gentlewoman is recognized for 30 seconds.
Madam Speaker, I rise today to support impeachment. I do so with a heavy heart and a lasting and searing memory of being in this gallery, the People's House, right up there, fearing for my life. Why? Because President Trump incited others to be violent or mob in this house. It's unacceptable.
Hi, Mama.
Thank you. Thank you.
Boys!
Oh, no, please. Too kind.
You make copies?
And everyone must be accountable.
Is that, oh, I was gonna say, there are other stuff coming too? How are you?
Good. How about you, stranger?
I never stop working, but I'm alright. Tired all the time. No, my class starts tonight too that I teach, so that's just some more work
You
to
ain't
do.
gonna come down here and see me.
Come say hi, show her your other tooth you lost. Blech.
You lost it.
One of them. The other one's wiggly too. It's so gross. Blech.
How many times in our nation's history have we impeached?
He's not gonna have any teeth left.
Linked it up until this president only
Well,
two
good to
times
see
in our
you.
nation's history.
What's Jordan doing?
7 days left in his first term.
Come here, Jay.
President, for what reason?
You little booger.
So did you like your Christmas present?
Say thank you for that loud car.
I didn't know.
Yeah, we gonna send them when they come hang out with you. They're bringing them with them.
No.
She said, "Oh no." I put the batteries in it. LJ was like, "My mom would do this to us."
How you doing?
Say hi.
Seen you, it's so long. You all aren't tired of watching this stuff.
I mean, I didn't put it on. LJ put it on. I've just been, yeah, kind of watching. I've been in sessions all morning, really, so I haven't really paid much attention.
Paying attention.
He's watching it, paying attention.
It really is.
I can't watch it. I get too stressed out.
Oh yeah, I start to get real irritated. Yeah.
I totally understand that.
Alright, well, head on home. It's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
How's Pops feeling now? Is he all right?
I haven't been home.
Okay.
I was gonna call you yesterday from the game, but by that time I was already in the game. It was so loud when he called me to tell me that he wasn't coming.
Yeah, because he told me to call LJ, and LJ didn't answer his phone.
Yeah. Then
LJ called me back.
yeah, he called me. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. By that time
I was already in a whole panic, freaking out.
But he was getting ready to bleed.
When he said Thurman stopped over?
Yeah. He said, you ain't going nowhere. Because I can't.
You can't, I don't listen to you at all, of course. Well, you don't listen to me and Jazz.
That's because I'm glad somebody's taking over.
Did they get an appointment scheduled for him? With his doctor?
Friday.
But he said he failed last week.
And he hasn't been feeling well since then?
He don't know when he failed.
Oh.
He failed it one day. It was the Wednesday before New Year's.
So it was
Wednesday after Christmas.
Okay, so like New Year's Eve.
Yeah, and I think when he fell, he was leaving. He was going out. And I think he fell at 9:30. I woke up at 2:22. And all the lights were on in the house. Because he turns on every light as he goes through. And I went and looked.
No, it's not. That's you.
No, I go turn them all off.
Why do you think all the lights
Anyway,
are
go
off
ahead,
now,
Mom.
anyway?
I went and looked out the window and I saw the car, and the car looked like snow covered. And then I said, well, where is he at? And I looked down, he's sitting on the ground. So I think he was out there from 9:30 till 2:22. And I just happened to wake up and see all the lights. And I was going to go turn the lights out.
Right. And he would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my goodness. And he was awake, just like couldn't get up, or?
Couldn't get up. Yeah, he's still home.
Oh man. Yeah, when he called yesterday, I was in an immediate panic because he sounded like, you know, like when you have like a migraine and it like your head hurts so bad that like you can't even talk like past a certain volume or like your brain wants to explode. It was like that. He was like whispering and like real like gaspy.
He can't catch his breath.
Yeah.
And he's walking around the house like this.
Oh.
With his lips.
Yeah. Oh, I was immediately in a panic. Like, I texted LJ because I didn't know that he was coming to keep score. So I texted LJ because he didn't tell me that. He just said to let LJ know that he wasn't going to make it to the game. And I was like, okay, like, I'll tell him. I said, but are you okay? And he was like, I'm gonna be all right, babe. I'm gonna be all right. I'm like, well, are you at home? And he's like, yeah, I'm at home. I'm about to go lay back down. And I was like, oh.
And he won't listen to me.
Okay.
Now, he had Danielle bring that big pack of potato chips.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
At the bottom of the bed.
Yeah. And he's going to have the nerve to send me a text today. Can you buy me some grapes? That's what you should have been asking for.
For the beginning. Right. Yeah, I texted LJ and I was like, I don't know if he like is sick or what, but he did not sound good. And then I saw LJ keep trying to get a hold of you, like he was like calling and then hanging up and then calling. I'm like, look at your phone, because I already texted you the whole situation.
Well, I had
and then handed the gasoline to Donald
There
Trump.
we go.
Dr.
Hello.
King once said, true peace
He probably
is not
been hard dashing.
tension. These are the presence of justice. Today we must embody those words. And we must understand that peace must be centered in truth and action. We cannot sit, Madam Chair, sit idly by after a violent attempted coup and allow lies and hate to continue. Today we stand up for our constituents who continue to be harmed by the wishes to reserve the gentlewoman. Today time has expired. Donald Trump, the gentlewoman's time has expired. The gentleman from New York wishes to reserve.
How long do they have to do this shit? How many times are they gonna go around in circles? Oh, they're gonna go.
They go back and forth.
They've had like 2 minutes,
It's-
90 seconds, 3/4 of a minute.
Depends on their speech.
We've heard it all. They all talked already.
Everyone shall be heard.
But they've all talked already. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. They're going around in circles. Like these people, I've already heard from this guy and that other asshat that just yells.
But when emotions are framed,
Mm.
intentions are this high, the process matters more.
Oh, fuck.
It matters more now than it did. And the reality is this. There are serious constitutional questions about this article. And Donald Trump is going to be president until January 20th. And on January 20th, Joe Biden is going to become president. But I'll end with this. I'm going to vote against impeachment. And that's going to give me credibility at home with my base. You're going to vote for impeachment. And that's going to give you credibility at home with your base. It's easy to point at me and blame me. It's easy for me to point at you and blame you. But on January 21st, we're all going to be back there. So use that credibility. Go back and talk some hard truths to your people. I'm going to do it. And we need to do a better job. And with that, I yield back.
So basically, you just said, yes, I'm a bitch, and I only saying no because I want to stay here and not die when I go home.
Madam Speaker, I now yield the 30 seconds to the gentlelady from North Carolina, Ms. Manning.
Madam Speaker, this president has repeatedly lied to the American
Mm.
people about his election loss. He incited his followers to attack our democracy, resulting in 5 deaths. His dangerous efforts to derail the peaceful transition of power that are violation of his oath of office. This president is unfit to lead our nation and unable to discharge his duties of office. I call upon my Republican colleagues to speak the truth to their supporters and join me in holding President Trump accountable by voting to impeach. I yield.
New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We reserve.
The gentleman from Ohio reserves. The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I yield 30 seconds to the gentleman from Indiana, Mr. Merlin.
The gentleman from Indiana is recognized for 30 seconds.
Madam Speaker, since the events on January 6th, I spoke with a group of ministers from Gary, Indiana, and they told me how they are praying for unity and justice in our nation. It reminded me of the moment when those of us who were on the House floor on January 6th were huddled together in a secure room after the attack.
Jimmy Vitullo's replies to my posts are always so good. I love it every time. I put it's a meme that has the stupid meme about like just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I hate you, blah blah blah, crossed out because that's fucking stupid. And it says no, what we need to relearn is that there are certain lines of human decency that can't be crossed and still expect to be treated with respect and tolerance. We are not talking about petty ass differences here. We are talking about basic fundamental core differences in a basic human morality. So I shared it and I said, let go of toxic people. I'm not sure why it is so ingrained in the human race that you have to tolerate people and their behavior because of your relation to or relationship with them, but it is false. So he shared the meme. You know this Patton Oswalt guy? I can't remember what movie he's in.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30
Yeah.
seconds to the gentleman from Massachusetts.
He said, in quotes, you got to respect everyone's beliefs. No, you don't. That's what gets us in trouble. You have to acknowledge everyone's beliefs. And then you have to reserve the right to go, that's fucking stupid. Are you kidding me? He always has like the best memes to reply to stuff.
The gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from New York wishes to reserve. gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I yield 30 seconds to the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Basic.
The gentleman from Texas is recognized for 30 seconds.
Madam Speaker, let's be clear about one thing. If we were on the eve of a Republican president being sworn in, and his Democratic predecessor had said the same thing that this president said, and incited his followers, his mob, to descend up on the Capitol, we will be joining them, not making comparisons, because guess what? I don't care about no base. I care about this democracy in this country, and what happened other days
That's right.
should never happen again, and we need to stand up and say and do the right
The
thing.
gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Madam Speaker, the Republican whip is prepared to close for us whenever that is appropriate, so we'll reserve until.
The gentleman reserves.
Madam Speaker, I now yield 30 seconds to the gentlelady from Texas, Ms. Jackson Lake.
The gentlewoman from Texas is recognized for 30 seconds.
I was on the floor just 1 week ago, and so today the insurrectionist in chief will be impeached for insurrection. Because he failed to defend this nation against all enemies, domestic and foreign, and he stood down near the White House and told a mob of domestic terrorists to go and show your strength, be strong. You can't gain anything because of weakness. We must hold him accountable. We can heal this nation, but he must be impeached today. We must impeach Donald J. Trump.
The gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from New York reserves. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. We reserve.
The gentleman from Ohio continues to reserve. The gentleman from New York.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Yes.
I yield 3 minutes. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield 3 minutes to the Republican left gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Scalise.
The gentleman from
Trey White.
is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank the gentleman from Ohio who yielded. Madam Speaker, our nation still mourns the unacceptable violence and anarchy that took place.
Did you put your other one on your charger? Did you put the one on your charger?
Did you find the black controller up there?
Yeah, before I found it.
We'll go look for it again, because it's in that room somewhere.
Yeah, because you're not getting mine again, so I'm taking my battery back until you find yours.
On toning down the rhetoric and helping heal this nation as we move towards a peaceful transition of power to President-elect Joe Biden. My prayers, Madam Speaker, still with Capitol Police Officer Signet and Louis Good, who we lost, as well as all Capitol Police officers who risk their lives to keep us safe. They are true heroes, and they deserve all of our applause today. Madam Speaker, I've seen the dark evil of political violence firsthand, and it needs to stop. But all of us need to be unequivocal in calling it out every single time we see it, not just when it comes from the other side of the aisle. I oppose this rush to impeachment brought forward without a single hearing. And by the way, the Senate will not even take this up until President Trump is out of office. So let's keep that in mind. It will only serve to further divide the nation that is calling out for healing.
Use your phone.
Speakers today,
Why is everything dead?
Why didn't you bring it down and get charged?
maybe we should follow some of Lincoln's wisdom that he's imparted upon us in moments like this. As Abraham Lincoln was giving
his second inaugural address in March of 1865. Lincoln, this is what he said. With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right, as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to prepare for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all our nations. Madam Speaker, in times like these, let us not reach out to our darkest demons, but instead, like Lincoln, seek the higher ground. May God bless this great United States of America. I yield back.
The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, we can have all this, but we have accountability too. I now yield our remaining time, 1 minute, to the distinguished Majority Leader of the House, Mr. White.
The majority of the leaders recognized for 1 minute.
Thank the Chairman for yielding.
This is a troubled time, a sad time. It is a time where all of us have stood almost to a person and lamented the violence and the assault on this capital and the assault on democracy itself.
Yeah, the word democracy.
It was right to do that.